Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today, and I'm sure as you saw by the title, we're going to be talking about a variety of game news. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. If you haven't heard, Warner Bros. Is allegedly planning a DC games universe. No, not that universe. Well, similar to that. Supposedly it's going to be a new games universe with the new Batman game to start it off, and it's going to be followed by a Superman game next supposedly, and a few others. Now, don't start jumping up and down yet, it's still just a rumor. Supposedly WB Games Montreal, the Canadian studio who worked on 2013's Batman Arkham Origins, hinted last month that a new Batman game was on its way, with supposedly some sort of symbol depicting a clue on what looks like a Batman symbol, I guess. It kind of looks like the Federal Bureau of Control, and if it is, then that's probably a new police department going after Batman, or maybe, who knows, Commissioner Gordon stepped up his game. Or they could be a new police department and they could be going after the villains instead. Regardless, it's definitely going to be interesting to see. Also, the comic book website GWW said that the game will be a soft reboot of the franchise. Oh Jesus, not another one of those. The franchise started with Batman Arkham Asylum, and they spawned several successful sequels, especially their latest installment, Batman Arkham Knight, which was the highest selling game for June of 2015 and became the fastest selling game of 2015, beating the record previously held by The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
To transform into a werewolf, it's a dog's life, huh?
Well, there's not a youth out there who doesn't have a wolf in his belly.
Then the curse confined him to this garden? Couldn't really cut his wolf loose.
No question he was top dog here.
Just wolfing things down, or not.
Geralt. That's enough.
Fine. Still had a few good ones at the tip of my tongue.
I'm sure you did.
It also was the second best-selling game of 2015 behind Mortal Kombat X, and the fastest-selling game of the Arkham franchise. So the game will be in the DC Games universe, and supposedly they currently have a Superman game in the works as well. So apparently the plan is to probably release Batman first, see how it does, and depending on if it does well, release a Superman game probably soon or later. I guess we'll have to see how that goes, but I think it's actually pretty cool. You know, I think they've made Superman games in the past, but they didn't really last. I mean, I think they only made about 2. And I think the last one was in like 2008. Superman Returns, if I can remember.
The cutscenes are dog shit, and I don't understand what the hell they're doing to make them like that.
Regardless, it was a flop, which isn't something that's uncommon for DC games. I mean, they had their fair share of ups.
And prepared to fight.
And downs.
Join forces to take over the universe.
So glad you decided to play.
My favorite DC game is one you guys probably wouldn't know. Batman Rise of Sinzu. Classic game. Classic game. I just really felt the sarcasm back then in video games. They were just the best.
You want to go anywhere, Bats? You gotta pay street toll.
Not that they're bad now, I just think that it's the nostalgia I feel that way towards those games, opposed to the games now. Anyway, I don't know if they're inclined to do this because of the new Marvel Avengers game coming out later this year, which definitely looks like a plus in my opinion, considering Marvel Spider-Man is exclusively for the PlayStation, and I can experience it on my Xbox, so that is definitely a plus that I actually get to play an Avengers game. Also, while we're on the topic of the Avengers, they supposedly spoiled one of the Xbox achievements in the game, where you supposedly defeat MODOK, which is not something crazy to go over, but just something to expect when you play the game later this year. Most likely, you'll be fighting MODOK, and yeah, you'll be getting an achievement, so that's pretty cool. The Avengers game will definitely be a breath of fresh air for Xbox users like myself. If it's anything like the Spider-Man game, even though that was made by Insomniac Games and this one's made by Eidos Montreal, I still like the Tomb Raider games, so it won't make a difference either way. Well, even if it's good or bad, I think it'll keep us occupied till the 17th of September, so I guess that's all that really matters in the end. Anyway, as far as the Batman game goes, I know there were rumors that had suggested that WB Games Montreal were working on a sequel, but that sequel was supposed to have Batman's son, Damian Wayne, starring in it, but that was believed to be canceled a while ago, so I believe this one picked up where that one left off. In terms of actual development, though, I can't really say. Anyway, it's more games for us, and hopefully good ones. And if it's anything like the Batman Arkham series was, then we should have nothing to worry about, I guess. Now, shifting to other news. The successor to the last Neo game has a confirmed beta for later this month. The game was just confirmed gold, meaning production of the game is completely done, and now it's mere cleanup with the patches here and there. Which is great for fans. Hopefully the game won't be that buggy at launch, since the game is now confirmed to be set to release on March 13th, which isn't that far away. But if the game is buggy, I'm sure fans will know sometime between the 28th of February and the 1st of March, considering these are the days the beta releases. They've also had a couple of betas prior to this one, so the game already shows it runs well, and I'm sure everything will go smoothly when it releases. As far as if I'll do an expectation versus reality video on this game, I still plan on doing it. You know, I love ninja games, and Neo 2 definitely looks like it's taken a step up from its predecessor in various categories. So I would definitely like to, get to that game in the sooner future. If the Resident Evil 3 isn't one of the most highly anticipated games this year, then honestly, I don't know what is.
Cyberpunk 2070.
A lot of people really liked the Resident Evil 2 remake last year, and a lot of people considered it their game of the year last year. And I know last year wasn't the strongest year for games, but we still got a couple of heavy hitters here and there, like the long-awaited Borderlands 3, and another great From Software game, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, which, by the way, won Game of the Year. With that being said, there are still rumors going around lately that the game might release its first gameplay trailer. And I think we got like a teaser of gameplay, but it wasn't really much to go on. Apparently from Game Rant's article, they're around that time where they normally release a gameplay trailer. These are speculation only, because the Resident Evil 7 and the Resident Evil 2 Remake both released 3 trailers from within 52 to 48 days before their release date. And as of the time I'm reading this right now, it's only 47 days until the game comes out, which is on April 3rd, by the way. So they're already under their, their release schedule date from where the previous games did it. Also, so far, we know we have no word on if there will be a demo for the game, but there's also past history that gives us indication that we will have a demo, considering both the Resident Evil 7 and the Resident Evil 2 Remake got playable demos. But there's no point in speculating when the demo is going to come out, considering Resident Evil 7 released their demo 47 days before the game came out, and the Resident Evil 2 Remake released their demo only 14 days before the game came out. So maybe they'll lean towards the Resident Evil 2's release date, maybe they'll do the Resident Evil 7's release date, or maybe they'll go in between. Like I said, no point in speculating. However, that shouldn't be a problem, considering you'll most likely be playing either Neo 2 if you're a PlayStation user, or Doom Eternal if you're just a console user in general, which both release at least 2 weeks before the Resident Evil 3 Remake comes out. So there's always that. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. That's pretty much the most important news that I found in games this week. However, if you want me to cover more topics, then leave it in the comments below. I will definitely cover more. I don't mind doing these videos. I actually find them really fun to make, because I always learn so much. So yeah, if you want me to cover more topics, then just put it in the comments below, and I shall cover more. There was a lot of interesting news about the DICE Awards this weekend, so maybe I'll make a video about that, either next or after my next video I have planned. We'll see how it goes. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe. It would definitely make my day that much better. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time.